Okay, so the purpose of this video is to share with you how to turn one of our post-it notes books into a flip book. All right, so for this STEM activity, we're going to get artistic, and you're going to be able to create some kind of drawing as movement. So you want to plan this out ahead of time before you get into it. And I have a couple sample videos shared with you. You can see what the one nephew of the one person that posted the video on YouTube, how creative he was. And then there's also some simple pictures as well. And this is a very simple one that I did for the sample. So notice I labeled up and down. And the reason for that is because my first one, I just went ahead and took my post-it notes, oriented how I would pick them up from the supply room and start drawing, and then quickly realized that everything was backwards. So you have to make sure that this is up and the seam that has the sticky part, the binded edge, is down. All right, and then the other thing you're gonna have to make sure you do is work from the halfway point, because we need to peel these up to be able to get to the next one. And you can see I can move it about halfway. And then anything beyond that, I'm peeling the binding apart. That would not be productive for us. All right, so I started off with just a simple circle. Right, and then if I pressed hard enough, then when I lift this up, I could see the indentation, and then I was able to move the circle over just a bit from its last position. And then I continued, and those little movements over time is what's going to give us our animation. All right, and then what you'll do once you finish, and we want you to use the entire book, all right, you will have a animation that you can then film and share with the class. So we'd like for you to animate yours and then post it in Flipgrid so that we can share and we can see what you guys created. And remember, a couple things: keep it school appropriate, keep it simple. All right, and then once you fill up the small one, this is your practice one, then we're going to move to one of the larger books, because now, again, the binding, that's down, this one's up. Now we can flip a little farther, so you can have a little larger picture there, because you can pull these up pretty far. All right, so this is your practice. See if you can get it to work. And then you'll have another book to work on. So we have 2 periods to give you to work on these so that you have some time to be artistic. And then there's more time tomorrow or later in the day if you want to come back to this. If you didn't like a STEM project or you finished it early, you can come back to your flipbook and then continue working on it.